This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. A new federal rule will force homebuyers with good credit scores to pay higher mortgage rates and fees to subsidize those homebuyers with riskier credit ratings. Dave Boyer reports the fee changes will go into effect May 1st as part of the Federal Housing Finance Agency's push for affordable housing. Federally backed home mortgage companies Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will enact the loan level price adjustments. Mortgage industry specialists say homebuyers with credit scores of 680 or higher will pay, for example, about $40 per month more on a home loan of $400,000. Homebuyers who make down payments of 15 to 20% will get hit with the largest fees. The new fees will apply only to those buying houses or refinancing after May 1st. The Supreme Court sought to draw lines in arguments for how far an employer needs to go to accommodate the religious practices of a worker whose faith forbids work on the Sabbath. Alex Sawyer reports most justices seem to see problems with the standard set by a 1970s-era precedent that a company could ignore any requests that required it to incur more than de minimis costs. The case involves a former Postal Service worker who was pressured to work on Sundays after the USPS took a delivery contract with Amazon. He asked not to be scheduled on Sundays for religious reasons, but the Postal Service said it couldn't always find substitutes. A federal appeals court has overturned a 2019 ban on natural gas in new construction in Berkeley, California. Susan Ferricchio reports the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco sided with city restaurant owners who argued the ban unlawfully overstepped federal energy policy and hurt their businesses. The three-judge panel's unanimous decision overturned a 2021 lower court ruling that upheld the law. The legal fight may be far from over and could reach the Supreme Court. Roughly 85 localities, most in California, have adopted some prohibition on the direct use of natural gas, according to the American Gas Association. You can read all of these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. You can also find the entire lineup of Washington Times podcasts at WashingtonTimes.com/podcasts. A report from Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall says 2 leaks from Chinese labs in the fall of 2019 are the most likely sources of the spread of COVID-19 among humans. Joseph Clark and Tom Howe report. The report claims the weight of evidence shows the pandemic was caused by unintentional lab incidents in Wuhan, China, as far back as October 2019. The report adds momentum to the lab leak theory, which has been bolstered by evidence that some workers at a lab in Wuhan were hospitalized for flu-like illness before the coronavirus spread across the city. And finally, the head of the U.S.'s Indo-Pacific Command told Congress that the risk of a conflict with China is increasing as a result of aggressive activities. Bill Gertz reports Admiral John Aquilino told a House Armed Services Committee hearing that Russia's invasion of Ukraine, North Korean missile tests, and the threat of violent extremism have all increased the risk of war. He said China remains the only serious competitor capable of combining its military power with advanced technology to displace the U.S. as the world's leading superpower. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.